Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the game ID 951858376. Apparently an extremely close game. Winner's Ancient at about 500 HP, high skilled, highest players 5.7k MMR, action packed, 120 kills in a 60-minute game with a Divine Rapier, apparently. According to the submitter onto the Dota 2 Reddit /r/Dota 2 cast it page from a guy called Noirak. That was a lot of information, about 30 seconds. Well, okay, with that being said, let's get into it, shall we? We do have an Invoker picked up for the Dire, and we have a Ember Spirit for the Radiant, so these are probably going to be
Skywrath Mage.
We have a Skywrath Mage coming in. This is great to see. I do love a good Skywrath Mage, and that synergizes well with the Invoker. You get Cold Snap, you get Ancient Seal, you get Mystic Flare. It's all going to go down. There's a lot of damage coming out there and a lot of death potentially. Nyx Assassin, now it's being picked up by Norek, so see what he does. I assume, I don't know really how it's going to be laned at the moment, but I assume that is just going to be an invisible bug being a pain in the ass. Especially this Invoker, you got two Int heroes and a Doom. That's going to shut down an Ember Spirit very quickly if you can get a good Doom off. But with good positioning from the Ember Spirit, that could be null and void. Ember Spirit being picked up now, as my friend calls him, the Swag Spirit. This guy just walks around and does whatever the fuck he fancies. He is an absolute beast if played well, and I assume, seeing as these guys are about 5k MMR, there or thereabouts, this guy knows how to play him. I have no idea how to play Ember Spirit, and his abilities have lots of big descriptions, and I've not even been bothered to read them because all I know is he sort of rolls around and sort of kicks ass. That's what I know. But we are waiting for now. There's some good synergy. You got stuns into slashes into Nyx being Nyx and Void. Great initiation, even in the early learning stages with this Invoker. And Skywrath Mage support. If you can get early levels in the Skywrath, get a quick Mystic Flare up, Chronosphere, Triple Exort. We got the Sunstrike coming in. There we go. That's the name of it. And anything on this lineup is most probably dead. Visage being picked up. This is some familiar work coming on here. Good stuns from both sides actually. Good lockdown on both sides. I do like this. And Clinks. Well, you have three offlaners in one team. So how the hell do you lane it? I'm guessing fourth position. Doom goes into the jungle, Invoker goes into the mid lane, Faceless Void goes safe lane, Clinks goes in the off lane, Skywrath, well, goes support Faceless Void, I would assume. Meanwhile, the Radiant, they need a big carry. I know Earth Spirit can play carry, but I think for that super late game moment, you really want something big. Something really big, and I think this is what Lord James is going to be picking up now. Spectre, there we go. That is exactly what we wanted to see, and I have directed camera on. What the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Let's get everything out of the way. Right, for those of you who don't know, my name is Alex4. This is
more in the bag than this one.
Seriously, the most annoying thing in this game. My name is Alex4. I am first casting this game.
It falls to me to inform you that this one is in the bag.
Yeah,
Tis in the bag.
At least that one was nice and short. But yeah, this is my first game casting that I'm going to be recording properly and uploading, so don't flame me too much. Constructive criticism would be very much appreciated. I am still learning all of those. QWERTYUIO. That's a lot more straightforward than I first thought it was going to be.
As the assassin of the greatest goddess Nyx, I can promise you that this one's in the bag.
Nick, shut the fuck up. Okay, right, good. So I'm just gonna run through these.
30 seconds to battle.
Current gold. Everyone has no gold apart from the Earth Spirit, who decided to buy fuck all. But he is heading to the mid lane, so this should be interesting. Here's buyback, which is a great stat. But we see both teams not being very aggressive. This is obviously, I believe, an all-pick. This is all-pick ranked, but I don't think this is any groups in here. I think there's all solo players. So obviously not much teamwork going to be going on in the first instances. We're going to see how these lanes. Doom is going to pick up the haste rune, and the bounty rune is immediately going on the Visage. I'm going to zoom back down in here. I don't like being too high up, it scares me. But we do see a mid-Invoker as predicted, but the mid-Earth Spirit is not something that I was entirely hoping for. good blocks on both sides. Invoco with the slightly better block until you realise that the range creep here is going to get destroyed very quickly, which means this wave is going to pull towards the Uspet, giving him some help. Haste, he didn't actually pick it up instantly, he just waited until the Nyx came around. Nyx saving some skill points, seeing what's going to happen on this top lane. It is a complete tri-lane, so that's going to be a support Doom. That's going to be interesting to see how that works out. He's just going to chase down this Ember Spirit. He did go for 0.1 in Searing Change rather than the Flame Guard, which means he is going to be very squishy, and it's going to be unlikely for him to be getting any farm here if we, as long as we see the creeps getting pulled, which they are, and the stack's already beginning. Oh, he missed it. Well, he tried. Give him comments to that. And anyway, into the bottom lane, it's going to be dual lanes coming out for the side of the Radiant. We got the Nyx Assassin playing support with the with the Ember Spirit. We have got obviously the position 1 Spectre and the Morph X on the Visage. Just doing good to harass this Faceless Void out, and only getting one last hit, which is actually isn't too bad. I think this Visage could probably do a lot more, but looks like he's going to go stack and pull here. Or is he just going to pull? Who knows? Either way, shit's going down. This Ember Spirit is far up. I think if Dire wanted, they could go on this. Oh, Mana Burn coming out from Nyx. But yeah, not a lot going on so far. We have got a Doom going into the jungle, as I thought. Scarith Mage supporting Clinks instead of the Void, which is interesting. I thought Clinks would go to the off lane, but apparently he wants to be the safe lane carry, which means position 1 Clinks, that's going to be a lot of damage coming out early on, but he is a squishy little bugger. There's only so tanky you can make someone that squishy, so I think it's going to have to be at a stage where this Doom and this Void do need to come online if this Clinks is going to be able to do some serious work. Bearing in mind, guys, I do not know who's won this. I know sometimes people who picked up that one.
Eyes without a face unseen.
Oh, it isn't telling us. That's brilliant. Okay. But there is a... Oh, there was a Invis Room picked up by the Face of the Void, and he's going to go onto this Visage now. Grave Chill, I think that is. Yes, it is Grave Chill. Going out onto the Face of the Void, but there's not much he can do. This is going to be First Blood going on right here. Anything going elsewhere on the map, though, there isn't. Face of the Void is looking for a lucky backtrack, but it just isn't coming. It just isn't coming. Time lock even. He needed one, but it doesn't matter. He needed one time lock. One time lock, but I wasn't getting that. And he does backtrack one of the tower shots at least. I suppose there's some luck coming his way, and he does get the kill. And, the Ember Spirit going to come in. Oh, the stun. This is how you play Ember Spirit. He did fuck up whatever that ball is. Bolt, no. That one of them.
Dire's bottom tower is under
he did
attack.
do that, and he did miss it, but which probably would have secured the kill onto the Void, but never mind. Oh. Clinks, stuff going down. This Ember Spirit is taking a lot of harassment. I think if Clinks dives there, even though he is the most squishy son of a bitch, I don't think there's much Nyx Assassin can do to keep this Ember Spirit alive. He does have a stun, but again, it's a skill shot. If he fucks it up, you never know. But I'm trying to figure out how good this Nyx Assassin is by just sort of like briefly looking at him from the 3 minutes I've had to gauge how good of a player he is. It's quite difficult. One problem when you're not casting the main sort of professionals, it's hard to tell how good of a player they are. But I guess we'll find out. He is level 3. He is sticking very close to this Ember Spirit though, but not really doing a lot. I think he can do so much more if he goes to another lane, especially bottom, just to shut down this Void even more. Probably get a return kill because he did get a kill on the Visage, which means he is getting farm. Even though he's not getting last hits, he's only 8 and 2. That's still a lot for this lane. This Visage should be really doing a lot more to zone this Void out, and he's being zoned out, but still 8 for 2. 8 for 2 in the off lane. Something crashed. 8 for 2 in the off lane as well. Is a lot. Is a lot, especially with one of those last hits being a kill. That being said, 21 for 4 in this Spectre. This is a good start, and he looks like he's going straight Radiance Rush, which is a bold strategy, but without too many support rotations by the looks of things. Yeah, this Doom's just AFK farming, and this Scarith Mage is just Scarith Maging. He's not going to rotate down to the bottom lane. His Void is not going to try and get a kill in this Spectre. I don't think he physically can, not without some insane luck on that time lock. That's not reliable. I don't think, no, he can't go on it with his Crave Chill as well coming into the Visage. He is level 4, so they are keeping up in a level. Now the dagger just to harass Void back a little bit more. I don't think he needs to be too scared though underneath his own tower. Earth Spirit, meanwhile, mid lane, I am not paying attention. Solo kill on the Invoker. I could rewind, but I'm not going to. That is good play from him. Now I think you're probably just looking to push this lane in a little bit. 9 seconds without anything on the map. I do apologize, I have a slight cold at the moment. There's one problem I'm suffering with, but doing okay, I think. This Klink's now hitting level 5. These searing arrows are doing a lot of damage. Fucking Impale comes in from the next, but it's really just to no avail. I mean, it pushes a tower, but this tower has lost basically 2/3 of its life. No, 2/3, what the hell, 1/3 of its life points. And this Ember Spirit really is getting nothing. 9 and 1 in the off lane. And he does have support, which I think is the biggest waste here. Is the fact that this Nyx Assassin is just sitting here and doing nothing. He's getting his level, sure, but what's he actually contributing to the game? I don't think a lot. I think he's probably waiting till level 6 Vendetta before he does anything. But if this Scarlet Mage is smart, that's when he starts placing down. That's when he starts buying up Sentry Wards, placing them down, and there's nothing Nyx can do. If he goes into the range of one of those, he is going to end up dying very quickly. Oh, meanwhile, this Void is just, what the hell is he? This Void should not be doing this. And now, now he commits that. Chronosphere, Sunstrike. This Void should not be getting away with this. He should not. A Time Lock as well. Another Time Lock. That's a dead. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's a dead Visage. I don't care. It's a dead Visage, and there's nothing else Bear can do. For as good as he is, oh maybe. Magnetize does come off. He does Time Walk away. Will he take down from this? He will. Yeah, he will. That Spirit does get the kill. But it's a rotation that really should. It's a rotation. Oh, top lane. And it's inevitable, really. The Ember Spirit does go down to Klinks, who is still basically free farming this lane against two heroes who really should be at least having a go. But then again, it is against Klinks and the Scarlet Mage. You really can't fight into that. Backtrack King. Klinks does disconnect. Will there be a pause? There is a pause indeed. I don't know how long this is, but just looking at this over the last, let's have a look at net worth. There we go. This Klinks is absolutely decimating everybody on the field right now. He's back in the game, thankfully. It didn't take too long. But he is absolutely owning everyone, and this is just due to the great support of the Scarlet Mage. I don't think he really even needs to do that much. He just needs to be there. The fact that you have the Scarlet Mage supporting squishy Klinks, yes, they're two squishy heroes, but they have so much damage output in this early game that two melee heroes like a Nyx and an Ember Spirit, they just cannot even commit. Especially when you've got the constant warrior, this Sunstrike coming in from this Exorder Invoker, who can literally just turn up at any point and go, oh hi, by the way, have some of that big ball of gas in the sky in your face. And even if Klinks and Scarlet doesn't manage to kill you off, Invoker will. And I'm worried for this Spectre. I really am. I mean, that was a massive delay to any possible Radiant he was looking for, and the Void should not be in the position where he can chrono and kill Spectre. In no way in the offlane should this be happening. This Visage, I just don't think has done anything at all to really sort of benefit the Spectre. Now he's left solo farming against a Void, which he cannot win. I know Spectre's farming laning phase is weak, but this is just dreadful. This is really dreadful. And top lane, I'm missing everything. Sunstrike comes in, Invoker getting magnetized up. He will probably tick down from this. And there was a kill onto the Klinks, which needed to happen, and the Totem coming through to secure it.
Not so fast.
That's a double kill for the... let's have a look. Show fight recap. Doesn't pick up the Klinks kill, but it was, I think, a double kill for the Earth Spirit. And the Klinks being killed off actually was... I mean, I did miss it, which is probably my fault of moaning on about how big this Void is going to become and how quickly it's going to take. It doesn't look like he's going for Midas though, so I'm not going to capitalize on that. But yeah, this Klinks being killed off actually was right necessary. Was extremely necessary right now. We have some Russian casually coming out into the chat, which are all respectful. Good game up pledge. Which is this Klinks being killed off right now is actually really handy for this for his Radiant side. It just slows him down a little bit. It means that tower, although it's been destroyed, it means his lane won't be so decimated, but he will be now left alone, which I'm worried about. Meanwhile, bottom lane, in comes the Chronosphere, in comes the Sunstrike. But he does that into 3 heroes. And the Spectre Haunt now comes in, just doing enough damage to Invoker. He might go down here. Invoker will go down here, and there's nothing much he can do. I think Void just chronoed thinking, oh, in face of the Void, I can kill you, but didn't get enough luck with the time lock. And I think just probably underestimated the number of heroes that are actually there, and the damage that can be put out by this Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit? Earth Spirit. And this Earth Spirit is an absolute nightmare when it comes to late game. He does go for a casual Orb of Venom, so is that? I think that's just a stack more damage onto you. But now they are coming around to the Scarith Mage, and the Familiars are up. They do spot him out, and look how much damage he takes already, and just annihilated. This Ember Spirit really is. This Ember Spirit. I keep calling him Ember Spirit. I need to stop that. That's not good. Meanwhile, Clinks does get a kill on the Ember Spirit, which at this point just isn't unexpected. He's doing so much damage. He has a single Oblivion staff already. I'm guessing that's an Orchid. I think that would be an Orchid. I'm still don't know everything off by heart. But yeah, see, I'm right, and I think Clinks is good. But meanwhile, the Earth Spirit comes in, see what he can do. Magnetizes both of them. I don't think they'll take down from this, but one good hit from the Ember Spirit with Earth Spirit, for fuck's sake, with one of his abilities, and he is dead. He will just sort of casually up here. In comes the Ember Spirit. Searching. Clinks. What are you gonna do, buddy? You're running away. You will live. But, in fact, they both live, so that was a wasted Magnetize in a sense. But it did stop the middle push and this tier 1 tower going down. And they do have Fortify for it. So the next time they come into Poppy push, which is probably when this will go down, they do have Fortify, which means they do have a chance to maintain a hold and possibly be successful in taking a teamfight on top of that. But we shall have to wait and see. Visage, interesting with his Familiars, just casually dropping down in the middle of the lane. Faceless Void, again going back to farming bottom lane. Smart play by him. He's realised he fucked up slightly. He's gone for the Mob Mask. He's going for the Mask of Madness build. And so obviously he needs the farm in order to get that, but once he gets that, he can gank around with the Invoker just as long as he's got the sun. Oh, it's a stun of the Clinks with a Spectral Dagger. They can't see him. Or maybe they can. No, they can't. They can just see where he's going. But that does wear off, and he will get himself out of here. Oh. Random. Oh, he was lucky. Invisibility OP. They have no detection. But not a Radiance Rush. Instead, it's a Vanguard coming out. And invoking mid lane. Grave Chill, but not enough. Spectral Haunt. Oh, he could have gone on that. Spectre could have gone on that, and that would have been a kill. Where was Spectre? Spectre's already back at base, though. I think that was a wasted Haunt. He could have killed off the Ember Spirit, the Invoker, no problem. Meanwhile, Earth Spirit going back to farming. Clinks, thinking what he can do. I don't think he can kill off this Earth Spirit, no matter how hard he tries. I think the sheer amount of stuns that this Earth Spirit can bring to the table is just too destructive. However, he is going Familiar hunting. And that's going to be a nice little bit of gold for him if he can pick him off. But no, just gets one. Can he get them? Nope, just going to go back to farming. And the Familiars will pick out what he's doing, so I think having eyes on him at all times is very handy. But now the Nyx, he's got Vendetta, he's Vendetta up, he is wanting a kill. Probably the best bet is to go bottom lane. They have 3 heroes here in the area. But Chronosphere is up, Sunstrike is around. There is a lot of damage to come their way if they try and do this, but I think with the number of just abilities that are there, they can kill him. But he's just going to back off. He's nearly at his Mask of Madness. I don't think he wants to die now. He is bringing support from the Scarith Mage. Ugh, sorry, it's cold as awful. Not the best time to start casting, I know, but hey, gotta do it sometime. 4 staff down, picking up. Let's actually have a look at itemization. Oh, no, there we go. That's what I wanted. So Hand of Mine is picked up by the Doom, who is basically being middle lane, little lane, let's forget about items. Doomed onto the Earth Spirit. However, he does take down the Invoker. Spike Carapace, not Spike Carapace, fucking Impale, god damn it, coming in from the Nyx Assassin. And it will just be a 1-0. The Doom was wasted, but the Earth Spirit does manage to live through it, so good plays there by the Nyx Assassin. I think that saved Earth Spirit's life, and he will pick up a haste rune to refill his bottle as well, so he will be back in the fight in no time, not even needing to go to the fountain. And he will come to bottom lane. I think he wants to kill on this Nyx Assassin while he's got this haste rune advantage, and the Ember Spirit is there as well. But he does show himself in lane, and that's just a cue for the Faceless Void to get the fuck out. He knows if he goes into that, he is a dead man. But meanwhile, Clink's picking up Visage. Mask of Madness on him as well. That's just poor play. I mean, actually, no, that's not even poor play. I take that back. That's just Clink's being a bastard. That's just Clink's going invisible, turning up, going, oh hi, you're going to die now, and deciding he's going to die. Now, two big items coming. Got the Mask of Madness going to the Faceless Void, which means he's a ganking war machine. And we have a Yord Scepter coming out onto the Ember Spirit, which isn't... I've never seen that before. I don't think that's a particularly common item, unless I'm completely ridiculous, but I don't think I've ever seen that. Mask of Madness, Chronosphere, Faceless Void, going on to the Earth Spirit. Is he going to deny himself? Is he going to deny himself to the Ancients? No, Scarce Mage will get there in the end. But Earth Spirit just being caught out. I don't know if that's by his own fault, or that was just... He was just there for some reason. I don't understand. I can't draw him. He's there. Why was he there? I assume he wanted to try and solo this Faceless Void, but didn't understand that there was an Invoker in the area as well as a Scarlet Mage coming in. That's what I can only think of. I really need to keep up on these health hero bars around the place. Speaking of which, you're very low. Why are you low? It's probably part of that fight and got the fuck out. Impale coming out from the Nyx Assassin actually called the ability right for once. That was impressive of me. Good job. Visage, meanwhile, in the trees, just hanging around. I think they're trying to use this Nyx as a little bit of bait. But the Invoker's backing off, and Faceless Void is staying far enough back that he can just time walk away without any problems. Mid lane, Spectre still farming, goes to the Vanguard Buckler. So he's going straight Crimson Guard. Yeah, he's going straight Crimson Guard instead of Radiance, which is what you'd usually see, but apparently not. Meanwhile, Spectre actually going into the bottom lane onto this Clinks, but the Clinks will just Ghost Walk, I think it is. Skeleton Walk? There we go, Skeleton Walk, and just, like, get the fuck out. Oh! Scarlet Mage, caught out mid lane, diving very deep in Radiance. They will get him. And Doom. Caught out, Doom straight onto the Earth Spirit. That's a war stomp there. I think this will take him down. Ember Spirit meanwhile kills the Invoker, but your main man, the Earth Spirit, does get killed up here by Doom. And that's a lot of gold and XP coming his way. Yeah, nice 416 change either way. 100,000 XP going on to the Doom. That is a lot of XP for this Doom, and he's going to become scary late game. Very scary. If he keeps going like this, especially with his Hand of Midas and getting away with his Blink Dagger now. Casual Stout Shield. That is the completed Crimson Guard though, which means... Hello. Clinks, what are you doing? Oh no, this is an easy kill. This is an easy kill on the Earth Spirit. Oh no. This is the easiest kill you've ever had. That's such a wonderful feed. Oh, Dust now. Onto the Clinks. The Impale comes in. Does catch him out. The Mana Burn. He's dead. The Sunstrike does come in, but not really to any avail there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at this creep wave pushing in bottom. They're not really pushing this in. Oh, hello. Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit decided he was going to go man mode and got away with it as well. Now they're going on to Faceless Void. There's chains there. Not enough mana for them. Just Sleight of Fist, but no chains. Which means Void will manage to get away with it. But nope, Earth Spirit didn't think he can. Magnetize comes in and he will take down from that unless he gets an insane backtrack proc. Nope, doesn't even get the TP out. Invoker sitting in the mid lane. He's him and Doom are the only ones left, and Doom is just by the Radiant secret shop doing his own thing. With an illusion rune, he can just force this creep wave back and allow the creep wave to catch up and blah 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 blah. Don't know what that fuck that was. Visage now. Just doing some casual farming. Working towards something. We don't know what though. But anyway, as I was going a lot earlier, back on the itemization, we do have a full Orchid on Clinks. We have Mask of Madness on the Faces of Void, just checking the map, seeing if nothing's going on. Orb of Venom on the Earth Spirit, which he picked up a while ago, but now just stuck in his stash. 4 staff on him though, that's great for mobility. We do have a Yule's, Casual Bracer, poor man Ember Spirit, confused about his build. Just a little bit. Spectre Haunt comes out, Scarlet Mage, you could be in trouble, but there's no... He does go on the Scarlet Mage, and this could prove somewhat problematic. He does come out with Mystic Flare, but just gets busted down with the Ember Spirit incoming, Doom incoming, he's going to use it. Nope. Yule's just to get away. You might want to Midas something, buddy. Doom is off cooldown though. He just pops the solo Crimson Guard. Bit of a waste, and he popped it early because now they can come in the Dire team, and in the backside, Clinks picks off the Earth Spirit. Where was that? That was a lot of death. And it's 1,000 XP going the way of Clinks. This guy's getting farmed. And he's just sitting here next to these troll summoners, and he just doesn't care. He's waiting for his ult to come off, I think, and then get a death pact. Oh, meanwhile, bottom lane. In comes Earth Spirit. Ember Spirit getting absolutely destroyed. Yeah, Ember Spirit getting destroyed, but Vendetta, Metaphor, not even a single bit of backtrack. Nick's Assassin just going mad, but in comes Doom, in comes Clinks. Spike Carapace is there. Sunstrike will be off the mark, but there's just enough damage to bring him down. 4 heroes from Dire. Invoker even makes... I don't know, Invoker's there. So it was just the Void, yeah, the Void is dead. So basically all our heroes from Dire come in, they all take the step out of the back of it. And they fortify after the tower goes down, which means they won't have a refresh. That was not very good play by whoever decides to press the button. Trying to be smart and just ending up not being very smart. Sad times. Spirit going in. Stuns up the Doom as he blinks in to try and obviously Doom him off. Fails miserably. The Doom will be there now. Magnetize does come off from the Invoker, so the Invoker probably will go down from his Brave Shield. Trying to do some damage, but not really enough. Earth Spirit going on to the Invoker, killing him off. So it will be a 1-for-1 trade overall. Haunt coming in, going all across the board. Oh, no one to kill him off. Yule's into the air, that's the way to kill him off. Doom tried to TP out, oh, going to happen. In comes a slide of this, and he does. Meanwhile, this Clinks is just like not even really caring. He's just farming away in this top lane, pushing in the tower. The tower's now down to about half health. I mean, the Spectre will come and farm up this creep wave. I don't think Clinks will kill. He is going for it though. Clinks is going in for the Orc of Benevolence. Is going to be enough damage. Clinks, you did not do your job and you're going to die as a result. That was... that Nyx. Where did that go down? Missed that one. No, I heard a Sunstrike, but I didn't see it. But Clink's just not doing his job. And pays as a result. You need to make sure you finish the job, buddy. Otherwise, you're just going to get Nyx assassined up. He's going to TP in. Impale you up, Vendetta, the whole 9 yards, mana burn, you're gonna die, yada yada yada. Game over. We do have a Face of Void blocking out his own Ancient, so I don't see the point in this unless he thinks the Radiant are going to farm him up more effectively than he can. Which I don't think he can. Mask of Madness, he is going for the Maelstrom build here, which is it's a build I really like. Mask of Madness into Maelstrom, you're doing a lot of damage come the start of the mid game. And there's not much that the enemy can do to stop you. You've got a lot of stun, however. Well, I say normally, but you have got a lot of stun on the side of the Radiant. You've got this Ember Spirit with a Sleight of Fist. Then you got the Earth Spirit with everything. Well, the Nyx Assassin with Impale, with Familiars doing whatever the hell I want to do. And then you got Visage coming in just to clean up everything else. Then Visage, then you got Spectre coming in just to clean up everything. However, you went for an interesting build, and I don't think I like it very much. In fact, I don't like it. Let's put it this way. Crimson Guard is going to block a lot of damage, yes, and I don't fully understand this item yet, so forgive me if I'm talking bollocks. But it's just not a nice farming item. Spectre really needs to get online as quickly as possible. And there's a solo chrono onto this Visage, which... bit of a waste, maybe? For his Visage, but I mean, they do secure the kill. It does go on the Clink, so this guy's doing even more damage. He does pick up a trick. He's going straight into the Daedalus, I would assume, after the Orchid. And Doom going off onto the Nyx Assassin. Onto a solo Nyx. He's going to take down from that. Meanwhile, they could get 2 return kills for this, so Scarlet Mage going to take down Side of Fist onto both the Doom and the Scarlet Mage, and kill them both. And that's, but it ends up being a double kill for the Spectre. That's definitely not what you want to do. Crimson Guard wasn't even popped then, it's just too much death. However, they will double TP top lane to try and stop this Invoker pushing this tower. And they will chase after him. Chains, are they there? No. Cold Feet. Spectre, that doesn't matter. I think he's dead anyway. Unless he goes Ghost Walk now, which has got Crimson Guard comes up just to make sure they survive, but I don't think they really needed a proc then. But the fact is, the Invoker will fall. I apologize for suddenly like, oh.
Is over.
Clinks existed. Jeez, that is a lot of damage. I don't apologize for any sort of brief pauses. It's me trying to figure out how the fuck to say things. Mine does it every now and again, but I'm doing my best. I think I'm doing okay. Clinks, oh my god, that is a lot of damage. I just want to point out. I don't think the Ember Spirit was even on that low health, and you just annihilated him. But, hey. Scary walking skeleton for you. And he just continues to farm up towards his Daedalus, which he will be getting extremely quickly. Yeah, scary. Scary. Very scary. Oh, Time Walk. Every time I hear a Time Walk, it's like the sound of death coming towards you. It's just like the whole Time Walk noise into that. But it is a safety chrono that's been popped. And I think Clink's probably could have gone on that and taken out a Visage in that time. The chrono was up. This Doom is really out of position though. With all the Radiant coming back towards this area, he needs to be careful, otherwise he's going to end up walking into someone like a Spectre, and then that's going to be all sorts of problems for him. Even if he pops Doom, he is going to die no matter what. I think it'll be a waste. They have a lot of good wave clear. These Visage familiars with the Spectre, with the Earth Spirit, with Nyx Assassin, Impale even, that's a good wave clear. They can push lanes really quickly, at least a lot faster than the Dire team can. Mask of Madness being popped for the Clinks, coming with a lot of damage, taking out the Visage so goddamn quickly. And they chase after him, Dust has been popped, but the control just isn't there, he's too fast for them. And will get away. So it's a 1-for-nothing trade. This Clinks being a pain in the arse, as a Clinks generally is. It's actually his pick, although I thought he wouldn't really do much personally. He came and just kicked ass, and again another Doom killed off Earth Spirit. Okay, that's a lot of stuff going away with the Doom. Jeez. This guy needs some Midas something, but this guy is farmed 1500 gold with Ag Scepter, Hand of Midas. That is going through all your passives. You are not going to be able to be doing anything. This Scythe Mage, meanwhile, is doing a great job of warding, I might add. Clinks also with a Gem of True Sight, meaning you are not going to be warding anyway. There's only 2 wards at the moment for the Radiant, and they are in a place that there's... Oh no, 1 ward. 3 wards. But they're in places that nothing's happening. It's all happening over this sort of left-hand side of the map here. And the Haunt faces Void. He's dead. Bit of overconfidence there from him, I think, most probably. But the Invoker... Oh, Clinks. Can he take both of them? I don't think he's physically can take the Spectre. He's far too tanky. But certainly this Nyx Assassin is fair game. And almost does it as well. If it wasn't for a very good Force Staff from the... did that hit him? No. It wasn't a very quick reaction to Force Staff. That was a dead Nyx. But well played to get himself away. Earth Spirit. Cold Feet coming in. Ruled all out of there, and yeah, there's not much you can do to that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ember Spirit is finding some good farm. In fact, he's found good farm. He's got BOTs, Yasha, Yule Scepter of Divinity. This guy is now in the process of creep skipping. There's not much that can happen. Meanwhile, Doom just takes out the Spectre. That is a lot of gold and stuff going the way of him. Ouch. I mean, Doom was committed, but to take out a Spectre is worth it, and Ember Spirit decides to Scarlet Mage Void. Top lane around here. But that's what you call confidence and staying in your lane too long. I think Radiant are just making too many mistakes. I don't understand how they can come back from this right now. You've got a Void who is basically farmed out the ass. Who even though he had a tough early game, well, I say that, no, bullshit, he had a great early game. He got a couple of kills in an offlane against a Spectre and a Visage, where the Visage really just did nothing to stop him. You had a Void doing essentially basically a safe lane Void. Well, not like quite farming, and that is a big item. We'll get to that in a second. We've got a Void now who's farmed out the yards. We've got a Doom who is building Hex, I would assume, but so farmed. So farmed. This Hand of Mine has already been paying off, and now they're going to Roshan. We have an Invoker who is probably the least farmed of all the carries on the team, but even still, he is doing a lot of work. Straight up buys a Yules. Look how far Roshan falls. That is just disgusting. Wow. And then you have a Clinks who is Daedalus, Orchid, Mask of Madness, Gem as well, just a casual gem as you do. Walking around, picking off anyone who's caught on their own, doing whatever the hell. Doom is now farming the Radiant Jungle without a care in the world. There's nothing you can really do. Consumes a troll summon, which is actually good lockdown for them. They do need about some of that. On top of Cold Spirit. Cold Feet, yeah, blah, 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 you know what I mean. Scarlet Mage, oh no. Here's the jump they wanted. Unspectre, that's a dead Spectre. The fight is lost already. Oh! Earth Spirit doing his own thing. How the hell is that Invoker still alive? Dust comes out from the Nyx Assassin just as he dies. But the Clinks is on a double kill right now. This Invoker is not dead. He finally does a drop though. Magnetize coming out from the Earth Spirit, but he falls as well. Ember Spirit, the only one alive, but there's nothing much he can do. Even with Sleight of Fist, he can't kill all four of these heroes. This is going to be at least a tier 2, possibly Rax. There is buyback for the Earth Spirit, but I don't think this is going to go much further than this. I don't see how this game goes on. I really don't. I don't understand how they push past. I know this game goes on for approximately 60 minutes. Approximately 60 minutes, but no one on this side, unless they get some insane Earth Spirit plays, I don't see how they can possibly win this game. Chrono is out committed. This is on to Ember Spirit. There is nothing that anyone can do to stop this, and that is essentially a full team wipe. It is taking a little longer than normal, but that is essentially a full team wipe. Doom has already backed off to farm up this bottom creep wave to stop it pushing into the tier 2, but they take the tier 2 tower without any resistance at all, and even the Ember Spirit, who's just sitting around here, just trying to do his own thing, just gets absolutely cleaned up by a solo Chrono, which on an Ember Spirit is worth it. Although this Ember Spirit, I don't know. However, by the time the next team fight comes up, I think this will be off cooldown, and he didn't even pop the Aegis of the Immortal, didn't even come close to doing so. The Clinks, careful buddy. People are hunting for you, but with 2,000 gold, 2,000 health, even this squishy little bug is not very that squishy. Actually, he's just gone for pure ice cannon damage, glass cannon damage, but there's no one who can kill him off quickly enough. You need to chain stun him precisely, stop him going invisible and walking the hell away, and now you're just going to farm your jungle. Just farm the Radiant Jungle without any... Oh, Earth Spirit just picked off the Invoker. That's not a goal. It's not the pick-off they really want. It's a pick-off in a hero who is just not that farmed at all. Oh, however, Doom being chased up, Spectre and Ember Spirit being part of that. That's, oh, hello. Earth Spirit. Lucky Time Walk, procs. Solo Chrono, that is a dead Earth Spirit if I've ever seen one. Kills going all across the bird here. I'm trying to keep bored, bird. Going all across somewhere. I'm trying to keep up, guys. I do apologise for missing out on a couple, but jeez, too many kills for me to really put my tongue on. But he doesn't seem happy. The bash. Yeah, he is getting a lot of time block bashes with this. That's just RNG heroes for you. Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. ESL 1 Arteezy, that's what I'm going to say. That PA, so much luck with the coup de grace. But now BKB for the Clinks. And now you can't even stun the poor little bastard when he's trying to kill you. You just have to sort of accept the pain and deal with it. Fresh BKB, I'm assuming the killers can come back and get it for him. But now the Void farms up the Ancients, and he is getting a lot of luck with time lock, but that is partly down to the Mask of Madness, just the pure more chances. However, Clinks just picks off the next assassin with the Orchid tick down and walks away. Literally, he just... I missed that entirely, but I can assume what happened is he walked in, shot a couple of shots, Orchid in and walked off. Probably got a lucky Daedalus crit. Jeez. This Clinks is out of control, completely out of control. He hasn't even picked up the BKB. Just a spare slot in his item bar, and the courier is sitting back at base going, do you want it? And apparently he doesn't. He doesn't even need it at this point. Meanwhile, Spirit goes on for base's Void and just 4 stars away. He can't take this guy solo, especially not with the entire dire team coming around from around the corner. Spirit though will make a good attempt at it, but Chrono from Void, the stun though is there from something. And he will get stunned up with a Void Fall here. Earth Spirit getting cold snapped up and falls. 3 heroes down on the side. Instant buyback from the Ember Spirit. Does TP straight back to the mid lane. And they're going on Duke. They're going on Void. And he does pop the Aegis, but it's only the Aegis of the Immortal. And he did buy back for this. I think he might be down here. This is not good. This is certainly not good. Lucky Bash needed from somewhere. Doom comes in. Meanwhile, they're taking the racks. Faces Void. TP cancelled, Magnetize goes out. TP faces Void, dies here. That's a big kill. However, they are taking the racks. This is a big fight for the Radiant. They can win. But no. That's just a death. That's a death. That's a dieback for the Ember Spirit. However, Earth Spirit, his fellow cousin, takes out 3. There's a double kill for the next assassin. Now they want more. He's gone on the Clinks. He BKB'd. He finally gets it delivered to him. Nyx will survive, just. But his Clinks, they try to go on him, and they BKBs. There's nothing you can do. That's a 10-second BKB charge. It is now down to 9 seconds, but even still, that's a long BKB charge. I don't think you can kill him, especially with Nyx. You see him BKB and you're instantly fucked. You just gotta run away and hope for the best. You do have Blade Mail coming out on him, which is a good item, but that's not enough damage. It's not enough damage going out to him. You have to throw everything you can at him, but you can't because you're basically a fucking magical hero with a really good Vendetta. It does pierce spell immunity, but it's not enough damage at the moment. It's just not enough damage. Spectre is farming up. I don't know what he's going for. He doesn't have the gold for anything. Goes back for an urn. This is a really interesting build from I think every single hero on this team. Especially this Ember Spirit. Yules, Sanj and Yasha, Boots of Travel, Magic Stick and a Poor Man's Shield. I'd call it unique, I wouldn't call it good. Oh, Clinks. Oh no, you found the Visage. That crit at 825, even the Visage Familiar's miss. Is he going to stick around to get the second Familiar? He is indeed. There's a TP coming to it, I speak from the Ember Spirit, but they just back the They back the Familiar away. They can't kill him. He goes in Viz, picks up a rune of some description, I didn't even see it, and swaggers off, and you can't touch him. You just can't at this point. Spectre still farming away. I concentrate a lot on the Radiant side, and it's because I feel for them. I feel like when teams get ahead, they get focused on so much for what their builds are, but I'm just focusing on the Radiant. I don't understand how these item builds are actually working out for them, because they're just not at the moment. There's a full scythe completed on the Earth Spirit, which will be extremely handy for him to get it off. But with the lucky bashes that Faces Void is getting, and the just simple out straight chrono, I don't think there's opportunity for him to use it, and even if he does use it, I don't think he can make it full effectiveness. And now they're just all grouping up as 3 and 4 and farming. The Void is doing his own thing. Roshan will find out its respawn time in a second. And tell us, please, 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 please. Not very long at all. 30 seconds, if that. Oh, they're chasing an Invoker. However, meanwhile, me procrastinating about when Roshan's going to come back, Clinks just takes the tower. Not even worried about it. They do take out the Invoker, but now the Clinks is here, and they're trapped in. I don't think there's any way out of it. The Spectre Horn does come in, but it's not doing any damage. It does actually do a lot of damage to the Scarab Mage, but then he's a squishy support. You expect that much. Now the Reprimands as yet. Oh, we do have the Scarab Mage doing the Doom. However, goes straight out to the Earth Spirit, so at the moment it's a core support. And Faces Void goes down on the back side. It's expected doing a lot of work. However, the Earth Spirit will fall. And Clinks just mops them up. There's a big kill on the Earth Spirit, who did buy back. Touch ever buyback status. Let's order it by. Yep, there we go. Neither of them have buyback for 1 minute, basically 2 minutes. There is buyback on the Spectre and the Nyx Assassin, but that's not going to be enough to hold the high ground. And this melee box is now prime target for the Radiant side. Even with only 2 heroes up, it's 2 heroes who do an insane amount of damage. How they are going to go for it? Clinks, where the hell are you? He is bomb lane, he's just farming. That's just Doom feeding himself. I was actually scared for the Radiant side, but Doom is just gave them the free kill. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, as you do. I'm looking at items now. Still really no item progression for the Spectre. I really don't see where he goes now. He needs damage, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
just not getting it anywhere at all. He does have his blade mail now, but again, it's not really that much. It's not really optimized. We do see a demon edge coming out from the Invoker, so this could for the Ember Spirit. So this could be a lot of items. But we'll see. Oh, Ember Spirit going on to Clink's, but he can't kill Clink's. Clink just goes invisible and kicks ass. And now he knows that Roche is up. And do the Radiant, that's the question. Oh, that's a crit for 1046 damage. That will kill Nyx Assassin in 2 hits. That's without reductions, but essentially that's the Nyx Assassin dead in 2 hits. Damn. That damage though. Sunstrike, checking the pit, seeing if they were going for it. I don't understand. I don't think they even know he's up yet. And now they'll see. Yep, they'll see the 2 Mask Madnesses come out and see Dire take full advantage of the fact that Roshan is up. Who said Dire didn't have an advantage on Roshan anymore? I think it's not they have an advantage. I think they just have. Oh, Spectre Haunt. The voice still gets it. Is they going to TP him in? No, he's not. He's not stupid enough. That was more just to sort of where the hell are the heroes? Oh, top lane. No, that was a top lane. There was a Doom there, and we're going to kill him. But there's a Doom for an Aegis. And is it worth it? I'm not too sure. Nyx Assassin now has a Blink Dagger off of the back of that. Which I should have got as his first item, if I'm to be honest. And the Spirit traded this. The game of Yule Scepter. Starting his Mystic Flare. Now comes the Void Chrono. And he just goes to work. With the Clinks on the backside, that is a lot of damage. Clinks is just going to clean up now. He is indeed beyond godlike. And 3 heroes do fall for the side of the die, with the Doom Invoker and the Scarith Mage going off. But even still, that's a Clinks and Void just getting 3 kills on an Embers and an Earth Spirit and a Visage. It's not ideal. And then they can come up mid lane, and even though it's only 2 of them, again, I still don't think these 3 heroes in this state. There is a Sacred Relic. There's your Radiant coming out finally. Wow, that's taken far too long. That needed to be a relic. That needed to be a Radiance a good 20 minutes ago. And now we go straight up against this Clink. Wow, reflection damage from the reflected damage from the Blade Mail is insane, especially with the Crimson Guard. That's just falling. The Aegis now will be procced here. Doom comes in. What the hell is Doom doing? He's going to try and help out with damage, but he might not dying for this. No, they are backing out. They're scared. Troll Warlord Net comes down. Spike Carapace. Wait for it to wear off. It does wear off. Oh, double stun. The chain stun from the Vision Familiars. But there's no follow-up. There's no follow-up at all. In comes the Spectre Haunt now. They will finally find this Doom, I think. Yes, they will. Will they go on this Void Man? Going to get away. Mystic Flare. Almost killing off the Scarith Mage. Oh, almost killing off Spectre, but Spectre instead killing the Scarith Mage and manages to get away. Now, whoa, that's a big item we've been waiting to see. Daedalus on an Ember Spirit. Finally, a sensible item.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
The bottom tower of the Dire will be denied, but this is big. I don't understand why he didn't go straight for the Battle Fury. That's the item I was trying to think of when I thought of Ember Spirit. He normally goes Battle Fury. The hell? Finally a Radiance on the Spectre. What is this game? Is this just like, let's change the meta central right now? Because that's what it feels like. They're finally realising that the current meta is in meta for a reason. So they are going to go back to more sensible items. The crit now coming out, 542. That isn't anything like the Clinks, but he is still critting for over 1,000. That being said, oh, Spike Carapace, they found the Invoker. They're going to use him up, and there's a quality void. The Invoker will still die, thanks to the village on the backside. Now it's a straight self-use by the Ember Spirit. He will sort of he will dance himself away. And this void could be looking to go down, especially with the good hex coming out from the Earth Spirit. He does time walk away. Magnetized is used. Will he fall from this? This is the big question. No, he will not. Just Clinks meanwhile on the backside, getting 2 kills onto the Nyx Assassin and the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit, the Visage, fucking hell. It's not a Vengeful Spirit. And he's still alive. He is a squishy little shit. But nevertheless, this guy is doing so much damage. Now with an MKB, just straight out buys a Scythe of Vice. Actually, I think that was partly on the courier. But buys a Scythe of Vice. This guy is going to just Scythe you, crit you, and stun you up as you try and get away. I don't think even the Ember Spirit, the Earth Spirit now can survive against this damage. No crit coming. No, doesn't even want to attempt to go on him. He does lose half of his health. He now goes on him. With the Ember Spirit coming in as well on the backside, that's a wasted BKB charge, and that's a dead Clinks. That Clinks really messed up his initiation. He should have started with the Scythe of Vice. Perhaps he forgot it was in his inventory. He only did just get it. But that should have been a Scythe of Vice into Daedalus, into the moment he pops a Blade Mail BKB charge. And that would have been a almost guaranteed kill on the Spectre. But no, he really screwed up there. Now, Void, he has Proto available. He will use it now to go on the Spectre. Mystic Flare will be dropped. A lot of damage that's being lost. He just got on the backside with a long-range Earth Spirit Totem. Magnetize will come in. Spectre somehow still surviving through all of this. Doom will finally use his Doom onto the Earth Spirit. He will live through that. It's not going to be enough damage to bring him down. Familiars taking down Doom. In comes the Ember Spirit. He will just get credited with the kill. Balls up, goes after this Invoker. Will just negative Yule's charge and shadows him and walk away, but that's 9 stacks in the end of shadows. Scythe of Vice is back off cooldown. They lost 4 heroes there. All of them died, and that was all due to poor Clink's initiation. All on him. I don't think it was particularly smart of Skyrim Mage to drop an ult onto a Spectre though who just Blade Mailed it up inside a Chronosphere. I don't think that was the smartest decision of his life, but nevertheless, I think that was just a catalogue of errors from the Dire team that now is going to be punished. This Ember Spirit's got a lot of farm off of that. That is the Aghanim Scepter for the Earth Spirit. As well as the Visage, basically, he has completed his. He just needs to get the courier to give it to him. And now, from this, there is no buyback. Clinks, I don't think now at this point does enough have enough to really defend this. I think all 3 heroes combined, if they do have perfect combinations off, yes, but this Invoker really hasn't impressed me at all. This game, he hasn't really done that much. I'm sure he's brought in a couple of good Sunstrikes, but there hasn't been a really full good combination from this Yule Scepter, Meteor, Deafening Blast, Sunstrike. That whole combination you really expect from a good player, good Invoker player. It just hasn't been there.
What have we here?
Now they are looking for a pick though. Roshan still not up, not for another good while yet. They were looking for someone, but the Radiant and I were playing smart. They're backing off, they're sticking as 5, and that's most important when you're behind. I think they still are behind. There's someone here who's playing Counter-Strike who really should go away. But look at that. Look at that 6.82 bounce back. I don't think that's just bounce back, I think that's just throws from the Dire side. Pure throws. They could have easily had this game wrapped up, but instead, Tornado, Hex, just off the net. That damage though, the crit still from this Clinks are insane. Self-fuels, just keeping the life a little longer. He can't self-harm this. He has 3 of his teammates in place. Meanwhile, you've got the Spectre in the backside just going to absolute town on this. Along with the Ember Spirit and the Earth Spirit. Doom will be thrown on someone. Instant buyback from the Spectre. And he will really make this worth it? I don't know. They will kill off here the Clinks, and that's a Clinks down for 95 seconds. Meanwhile, the Void is dying over here. He does time walk and get away. Somehow, I really fucked up with that fight. I do apologise. I was looking at XP graphs and astonished by how far ahead one can swing. 15,000 to 15,000. That is absolutely insane. XP though, net worth though, still in the favour of the Dire, only slightly. I assume after that fight, that's going to take another massive ping back up. But XP is just jumped a cliff load. That is amazing. Net worth, I'm waiting for it to update. Please update. Please let me know what's going on. Not Clinks will buy back. It's an interesting time to buy back. I don't know how much time left he has on his death counter. But there's not much you can really do here. I suppose you're trying to defend this bottom lane, get a little bit more farm on this guy, but he's basically 6 slotted now, and he needs to play this very conservative game where he sits back and only once enough damage has been done that he can just run in, kill a couple of heroes and get out again. That's what he needs to do. He needs to play very cautiously, conservatively. He needs to not run in and try and get pickoffs like he used to do. Because now you've got an Earth Spirit who's incredibly tanky. You've also got an Ember Spirit who will not die, and a Spectre who can disappear at any moment to another one of Replicacy throws out every other hero on the every other enemy hero on the game, on the map. And not to mention this Visage, who has now an Aghanim Scepter with his 3 familiars running around, just pushing in this top bottom lane, constantly being a nuisance to the dire side. This is good thinking by him. He doesn't have much else. He only has wards basically, but that's all he needs. He only needs a Aghanim Scepter, and his familiars will basically do the work for him. You do have a Klinx though still farming. I don't know what he's farming for. You can't buy a new BKB. It is already at 5 seconds, which is the downside of getting the BKB early, which is what he did. I mean, he did save his life a couple of times, but he didn't really get enough kills with it to make it really worthwhile. And especially as I mentioned, the dire side is really fun, but now that's how you initiate onto someone. It was a Hex into just pure damage and a Doom as well. I don't think the Doom was entirely necessary, but secured the kill. Visage just getting out of there away for the Klinx. That was close. However, Doom is now going to go into the Roche pit, and that's going to be a free Roche now from Dire side. I don't think there's anything now that the Radiant can do. Not with Ember Spirit, not with Earth Spirit down. Oh, did I just rewind the clock slightly? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. That's unhelpful. Crap. Alright. Nyx. 38, 40, Klinx killed Visage. I remember that team fight over there. Yeah, I do remember that team fight over there. We need to keep going forwards. Was I part of this team fight? Yes, I was. We need to go past that. Oh, well past that. Okay. Backing off. Team fight recap. I do apologize for this. This is really unprofessional. So Chrono, and this is the fight that they basically cock out massively. And we need to wait. That's the King's buyback. Okay, we'll go from here. I think. I don't know. I want to get a little closer. Against the Roche pit. I'll back off. Do we have... Roshan is up. We have the Nyx Assassin. Where's the Earth Spirit? He comes into the mid lane now. He's about to get picked off again. Okay, so we'll watch it from here. That's good enough. Watch it again. That's actually what this is how a Klinx should initiate. Goes and initiate. He goes in with the Scythe of Ice. Training with the Scythe of Ice, and then just gets doomed, right click. I don't think the doom is entirely necessary, but it works. 3 heroes on 1, there is no way you're surviving that. Void cancels his TP because he realizes there's a gem on the deck, picks it up, he's got a spare slot in his inventory. But now who does the Roshan go on to? I'm assuming he brings out the courier to put the gem on, but unless he's giving it to one of his teammates, in fact he gives it to Scarf Mage. He's gonna take the Roshan. This is his 3rd Roshan. There is also cheese here, so who the hell gets cheese? I do not know. And the Spirit looking around. Oh, the crit is unreal. Will he take down? No, he won't. Radiant Spurn, yes, he will. Briefly. They do come out. They're going to try and catch the Spectre, but he's going to Spectral Dagger and just get the fuck out, essentially. However, Roshan sitting basically with most of his life points still there. Not much that can happen. Now in comes a Fire Remnant, and this is going to sit there and watch. They know he's obviously been attacked, but there's nothing they can. I don't think they can go in this on themselves. However, and the Spirit is going to go in. Hello, criticals. And now this is just where it can go to work. BKB means the Radiant Spurn and the Blade Mountain is going to affect it. And that is 3 down from the side now. Over the Radiant, now Spirit being dead from earlier. And Nyx Assassin and Spectre being cornered out of a very good Chronosphere, which left the Klinx outside, which he BKB'd and then just blade mounts do nothing. And that's a good time to use the BKB. It's only 5 seconds, so basically you can spam it now whenever the hell you want and get away with it. And especially if you're going to do that against Inflation, because otherwise he'll just return all the damage and you die. Aegis goes on the Faceless Void. She's probably going to... Cheese goes on to the Doom, who dropped an Ogre Club, which I'm guessing he's bringing the No, he's not. He just ate the cheese. Okay, he ate the cheese and picked up the Ogre Club again. So I'm BKB of his own, I would assume. And now there's going to go mid lane. They have the Aegis. They don't care about anything. The level death coming in. The crits. The crits are enough to bring down a very, very squishy Visage. None of these heroes have buyback. Like I say, I'm just going to leave up on this Thunder. Only one hero in the entire game has it, and that is Doom. So, Radiant needs to be extremely careful here. I mean, sorry, both teams need to be extremely careful. Visage does now have buyback. Will he use it though? I think he needs to. Those familiars can do a lot of damage. Void jumping in. Does he have Chrono? No, he does not. Okay. Now he has Chrono. Doom can be thrown up on the Earth Spirit. This is a agony Doom, but he will just sit in base and regen it all. However, they have lost 2 sets of racks now, and the Spectre isn't even up. Another 20 seconds. If I were Radiant, if I would die, I'd go bottom lane. Doom. Void, you are falling very low. Void, in fact, the Chrono, the Aghanim's really pop. He doesn't care, it's only Aghanim. He's still alive. Holy mother of damage from the Clinks, that is a lot coming out there. Another sort of semi-fountain farming. Clinks pops his BKB again, I don't understand why you're dying. But Ember Spirit's dead without buyback. Spectre is now back up. You really need both of them coming back up in order to win the game. Familiars are going top lane, but it doesn't matter. These towers are falling too quickly. I think this is GG right now. Unless Radiant puts it absolutely out of the bag. Oh, Chrono onto 4. He's found all of them. Isn't going to any follow-up from Faceless Void. In comes a Meteor, flaming Meatball. Faceless Void does enough though. Picks off the Ember Spirit. Visage just gets absolutely melted. Buyback on the Faceless Void all around. The crits look. The crits from Ember Spirit are doing absolute damage. Is he going to find it? Is he going to find him? He has no idea. He can't tell. No, he does. He has Gem. But he's duped him out. He's out. Oh, that's a good play there for the Clinks to get away. That's quite impressive. Meanwhile, top lane, these familiars, they do get forward. But range backs at 60 health. That's basically taken. All it needs is just fly up the familiars. The Visage is dead. He does need to, I think he should buy back. Send his familiars up there and just chop them down. I think 16 health they will go through backdoor with protection. But now with 2 lanes of racks down, the Radiant, I hate to say it for them, but I don't see any attack here. And the Clinks comes in, he hexes, he now just does insane amounts of damage, isn't getting enough of crits off. And I think if he got a crit off, he might have killed himself then. But he still doesn't care, he's just walking around doing his own thing. There isn't really much, there is detection on the side of the Radiant, but there's no one near him. And it doesn't matter where you are, this the Clinks will find you, and he will kill you. But, oh, Void coming in. Chrono finds a Visage. Finds a Spectre even, right, apologies. Visage only just respawned. BKB up. Doom onto the Ember Spirit. Just as he gets out of base, Visage dies again. He needs to buy back. He can't be 4-on-1. Ancient now, absolutely dropping. Clink, I don't understand why do you stop? You could have finished the game there and then. BKB, game over. Oh, BKB's on the Faceless Void, trying to get out of there. Spectral Form, is he going to go to the Void? No, he's not. He's going to go on this Doom. This Doom is absolutely annihilated with magnetized and everything, and all Shiva's gone. Death and suffering, and didn't Void, just did. The Invoker just hurt his player. I thought it was only a thing. Radiant did lose their tier 2 mid man due to the Forge Spirits.
Here's mine.
And yeah, this is not looking good for Radiant. They do hold, but just. I mean that is not a lot of health, especially when you see when you look at how much damage output Clinks is putting on. Now Reaver, that's a Satanic. Ooh. I would have preferred a Heart. You just need more tankiness. I think your damage output is fine. And if you pop that satanic on, if you pop that satanic onto a, if you pop that satanic while going onto the Spectre, who gets his blade mail off, as well as Crimson Guard, I still think you're going to die. I don't physically think you can steal enough life to live. He is so goddamn tanky. Refusal Bode, level 25, fight going in, picking up, self-fueled by something, Ember Spirit, used again by somewhere. Spectre, just not doing anything. What the hell is this guy doing? He's just dropping. Doom is, I think he's already been dead. Ghost Walk from the Invoker, keeping everyone alive. And Spirit kicking out his things. Concussive shot comes in.
Dire's
For
bottom
safety.
barracks have fallen.
So they basically walk around, slap each other in the face, and walk out again. Roshan run up for good another time. Bottom barracks, familiars. Oh, they are going to work. I don't think they can go back to the backdoor protection. Alacrity comes up, finish it. They're gonna kill off the Invoker. Oh, 139 health. He really needs to be careful. Those familiars are doing a lot of damage. Level 3. Spectral Dagger onto the Void. In comes the Spectre. He Chronos. In comes the death. In comes the Sunstrike. But the crit. The Ember Spirit on the backside is doing so much damage, especially with the Gem of True Sight. They can see this Clinks. This Clinks is not getting out of it, and he is going to fall. That's 112 seconds on the Clinks. He instantly buys back. 108 seconds on the Void. He does not have buyback, and he is nowhere near it. He also has 1 minute 33 on it. The Clinks buys back, but I don't know what he's going to do. I think he just sort of waited for the push to come up, and honestly, I think this is a wasted buyback right now. I don't think they can finish the game. Neither do I think that. I don't think they can finish the game. Neither do I think that the Radiant can finish the game either. But the two Jokers coming up the middle here, they're doing a lot of damage. 1,200 quits coming up from quits. Oh, I did not see that pick up. Divine Rapier on this Ember Spirit. He cannot die. If he dies, this is game over.
Dire's middle tower is under
But this
attack.
damage now is coming out in the same fashion. He just takes away the Evoke's life points with one Sniper Fist. Our is being attacked, he's being focused down hard now by his dire side. In comes the Kicks. He kills him. Divine Rapier's on the deck. Divine Rapier is on the deck. Doom coming up. What are they doing? Everyone's fighting over this. Spectre will fall. Divine Rapier's still sitting there. Who's going to pick this up now? That's the question. They're just going to leave it. They're just going to leave the Divine Rapier there? It doesn't matter. It's going for the GG push now. They don't care about anything else. They're throwing in everything. Earth Spirit though, cool. Earth Spirit though, focusing on all the creeps. He's going to make sure everything stays as it is. Clinks gets stunned up by the familiars. Dust comes in, but it's too late. Divine, is it still? No, it's sitting there. Who has a Divine Rapier now?
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Renee was dead. It's on the Skyrath. Divine Rapier on the Skyrath Mage, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, but that is a big item. That's a refresh on the Doom. I don't understand why I wanted the Skyrath Mage, because there is nothing he can do with it. He is not a right-click hero. Wow, he does a lot of right-click. Never mind. It's new meta. Skyrath Mage right-click hero. It's a thing now. Never mind. I take my words back. I apparently do nothing. Okay. This king is still walking around.
My just reward.
And he's seen Roshan. And I will assume now that they are going to do it. And with this, I will think they're going to take the game. And it will go on the basis of Void. He's now at 9.3. Speaking of which, actually, this Faceless Void, it has a lot of stuff, but then not a lot of stuff. Cheese is just sitting there. Okay, cheese. Cheese. Someone. It's worth money. You can sell it if you want it. Cheese. Someone. You have Divine. You can't take cheese. In fact, fuck it. Drop your bloody wards. No one cares about wards at this point in the game. Drop the wards and get the cheese. Cheese. That's a full heal. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a full heal right there. You're just leaving. But never mind. No one's pinging it out. So it will just be left. Oh, no. Courier's going to get it. Okay, it's on the Courier. Courier's got the cheese. Iron Branch. Apparently better than cheese. Oh, no. It's gone on the Invoker. Invoker took it. That's one way of doing it. Okay. Now they're going to put the Death Push in mid. and I don't know what Radiant can do to stop this, if anything. Full racks were taken top lane though, so it does mean they have some counter push for them, and that's exactly where the Ember Spirit's going to go. Oh wow, this could be a base race right now. Yeah, this is going to be a base race, and Earth Spirit? Nope, that was a Doom clock going to come out, but the Earth Spirit gets away in time. There's a Vendetta up next. Just waiting. Ah, that's clever. Remnant's back. Sends in the creep wave, Remnant's back, and that forces the Dire to react. Going in to do a bit of creep skipping. Doom, just turn around, buddy. Bit of a waste. I think he's looking. Now in comes the Spectre Fort. Mid lane. They're going on the Void. Void. Stunned up by the Familiar. Chain stunned. He's going down. Ember Spirit also ponies the Scarif Mage on the backside. Does that mean he gets his Rapier back? I would assume it does. There goes the... yeah, he got his Rapier back. That's the Aegis Poct, and that wasn't for really anything. He does Chrono though. Gets stunned up by the Earth Spirit. That was a big stun. That's going to make this Chrono now worthless. And he caught the Doom inside it. He double dooms the Earth Spirit now caught in it. And he will take down from this unless he can get back to base in time. In fact, he will die. That's a double kill. Instant buyback from the Earth Spirit. He's got to defend his base now. In come the 3 heroes. The Radiant Ancient is exposed. Are they going to go straight from the race? No, with crits. They're coming through. Race is void. Will fall, but they're still attacking the Ancient. Ember Spirit going on to the Doom. This is... He just doesn't care. He's going to fall though. He needs to be careful. Clinks. What's going to happen? Bust. Comes in. They can see him. He's dead. That's 5. That's 5 dead with 1 buyback. That's top lane. That's GG. That's insane. Double TP's coming in from the Radiant. Buyback from the Doom. There's nothing he can do. He has no Doom. He has no Refresher. That's GG. How Radiant has... Oh. Buyback from the Scarif Mage, but he's so squishy, it doesn't matter. The Ember Spirit and the Nyx will go to work, and that's GG. You can't defend against that. That is insane. I can't. I don't understand. Dire had that in the bag. They still had a net worth lead. They had that in the bag. But that Ember Spirit, I didn't really think he was coming online. He had the most interesting item build I've ever seen. Yule Scepter into BOTs into Sanjan Yasha into Daedalus. It's nothing I've ever seen before. But it worked. He picked up a Divine Rapier and just went to town. He did drop it off, but it went... Thing is, that's the big problem. He dropped this Divine Rapier, but it went on the... And then it got picked up by the Dire, but it went on the Scarif Mage. If it went on the Faceless Void, that was game. If it went on the Clinks, probably still game. Doom, maybe game. But it went on the Skyrath Mage, probably the worst Rapier carry in the game. Just no right click. And that was a big mistake there. Spectre as well. Again, rushing the Crimson Guard, a stupid idea in my opinion. Should have gone straight Radiance and then Crimson Guard maybe later after the Diffusal Blade, but did everything backwards and it still paid off for him. He got the Blade Mail, which basically just dealt with the Clinks. And Clinks 6 slotted about 20 minutes before the game actually ended. Visage even had a Ghost Scepter, still didn't help him. I mean, Visage had a Ghost Scepter Axe, basically all you need is a Visage. He played his game well, but interesting itemizations from all the heroes. Nyx Assassin actually itemized pretty well. He got a Blink Dagger after the 4-star though. It probably should have been the other way around in my opinion. This Invoker was completely underwhelming. That I think was the biggest failure for the Dire. The Invoker was so underwhelming. 17 deaths. It's just nothing, really. I'm going to pause this up before I get kicked. I want to talk about this some more. So yeah, 17 deaths in this Invoker. Wow, I didn't think he died that much, but that was a really underwhelming Invoker performance. You've seen good Invoker performances. You've played it. You've watched ESL and TI, and you know Invoker's a hero that can go on and destroy. And 3 kills, 17 deaths. That's not a good Invoker player. That's someone who does not know how to play Invoker. And that's poor. This Doom as well. Not underwhelming by any means. He did amazingly well, I think, considering he had to play 4th position. But even still, I don't think this team really... the items choices were good, but again, this Faceless Void got nothing after the Chrysalis. After Chrysalis, I thought that was a short, easy Daedalus straight into full Mjolnir. But no, he didn't get anything off that. And that's really their problem. They stalled. They gave kills. They fed hard to the Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, Inspector. Well, just really the Ember Spirit and Earth Spirit. And they paid with their lives. That is excellent play there from the Jokers, really. They played excellently. Shout out to them. But this has been game ID 9518583676. My name's been ALX4. I hope you've enjoyed my commentary, and it wasn't too terrible. And yeah, constructive criticism would be very much appreciated, as I'm still trying to learn the ropes. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day, I suppose. I don't know. What the hell do you normally say in these situations? I'm out.